Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are finally in the game, and we got these two teams, and we finally got a pistol round. Imperial going to be starting off on that CT side, and GALORYS, they look to get going here with ninjas in canals. And ladies and gentlemen, I just got to let you know that I just watched GALORYS. Excuse me, I believe there was Counter-Strike update. I will remove that FPS in the top right of my screen as quick as I can. Gotta find the command for that. But ladies and gentlemen, right now they had the best announcement video. They mocked the Avengers forming. They really put up together a good one, because this is a team that wants to win big, and in their first ECL debut right now, they're storming into the site. Vinny is putting them down. He's got 2 kills for each gun. That is the going right as Henny puts them in the ground, and here comes GALORYS. They're gonna try and wrap all the way through this Bravo base. Now just coming down on Mr. Hap. That is going to be a very nice way to get him out of the round, but now you just got to try and get back up. Ninjas up top with this Glock and trying to do some damage. No way. Found, unfortunately, slipping with this swift 1v3, turning it into a v2, actually. He's got 30 seconds to work with, and that bomb is just not that out of reach for the time and the tick that he has. But right now, he's letting it go. And these players, they will spend days letting him look for these situations. But Imperial, this is a very, very nice squad, and they will bring it into the ground right now and pick up their second round as soon as we get our first tech bots, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to remove the new sway, as you can see. I don't know if Valve is like purposely memeing the CS community, but what they did was, instead of giving us the CL Bob commands that we requested, they added even more. So it's kind of funny. Very interesting time to be alive indeed. But Imperial up 1-0, continuing over their domination. They're into ECL now, and Phelps in mid is knocking it down. They will be straight up rolling with us. Nades up and over, and Phelps is ready to lock in. Ninjas with a nice headshot right around the corner. Here comes Vinny. You can try and get this thing going. Ninjas right around it, just put into the ground. And now they will keep it going. There is Hoax to get that frag. And now Imperial will just put the rest of these T's in the bag. There it is. Finally, Imperial get their first round. So what's the deal, ladies and gentlemen? I believe they added a new setting. Yes, here we go. Can I turn this off? This is some NA production right here. Never. Never. Well, I enjoy that they made it, like, very intuitive for people that maybe didn't know about the net graph command. So, there we go. We have taken care of that issue, and now we have all learned together how to do that. Yeah, Imperial, not a Mirage. What has this world come to? I'm not sure. It's been a lot of Mirage, even covering them in the quals yesterday. During those best of ones, Mirage is like probably famously in your face at Pugs, but also here in these best of ones through the RMRs, right? You get this going the beginning of these majors and a lot of different events in the local land you may attend. You will see Mirage maybe more often than not. And a flash right through. These spams right out, and no way hits that trade. And Henny's going to try and set up Phelps to try and do a little bit more damage, but that nade, it is deadly. A dunk onto Hap, and now this Molly could completely cook him full. Well and done. And here is Cloaks, last man that remains, and Cloaks just stands here, waits for Vinny, can try and get this thing going. Just in a 1v3, gonna try and readjust the mid, finds Phelps, trying slipping in what, it's CL underscore Bob. New what use new Bob false. Thank God. Yeah, man, I mean, maybe this is Valve putting the steps forward to actually get the proper CL Bob that we want, which is none. But here it is. GALORYS, they got to try and get going in this one. Got to stop up. Oh, no. Smoke on the water. This time, fire right in their eyes. They're going to try and go for this one. Imperial, they're going to stop them up on the B site. Hoax just caught out. 2 more players right behind this smoke. And these nades through as well. This will be very easy for Imperial to lock another one in, even up and perfect right now. The investment of these Deagles, of these Tech 9s, has not netted a single frag to net. You would like to get at least 2. Hap. Gotta try and make something go huge here. Detroit J. If that's how you pronounce it, dude. Is making his way in middle, and will have to knock him down with that Deagle. Can he go huge? Henny says no. And Hap here in middle will just not stand to the foe. Phelps with that kill, and 4-0 up. For those of you just joining us, this is going to be our first best of 1 of the morning, as that's going to be the new format for ECL. 2 best of 1s back to back. Definitely love to see it, but it's something new. We could all use a little bit of change, right? But we'll see if it's a good one. I believe at the end of the day, it should make the seedings better, lead for some quicker matchups, and maybe show who the better teams really are. But Hap just pushed right back, and GALORYS, they lose all that space outside of B. In Detroit, he's just going to be holding this down below, and they just get out. Hoax is so close down there to just get pushed back by the Molly. No way can just try and make this play, but Detroit on the other side, it would have to come off of a flash. Hoax so close, and now they try and get this flash in. Hoax trying to clear out bit by bit this position, as Henny is just backed up with him. And they will just wait for the charge. B split to be cooked up eventually. But GALORYS take their time. It's set on default and it's the biggest roll of all time. Yeah, very nice update. It's okay. Henny. 1v1 fight. Oh, it's 2 for 1 on the side of GALORYS, finally with an opportunity to try and get across this goal finally. Phelps in 1v3. And it's all the way backed up, but just a phantom in the mist right now. Detroit gonna put in these digits. A new timer. He does have this kit. Maybe not a clue, though, of Cloaks just walking around, and GALORYS find their first round. That is a very nice way to get it started, or things just get a little too unmanageable. Imperial now with a bit of a hiccup on their CT side, and things were becoming a little bit expensive really the whole time. So now they're going to be limited on that utility. You may not see a single kit. You're going to see one actually on Phelps. The man that was red HP in the clutch couldn't do much. But here it is. Smokes out early to try and block out the Canals peaks. Imperial playing checkers out here, trying to get it going, but I think you got to look to Henny. This is a man they let go quite frequently, and GALORYS, after their first round win, they are essentially locked out. Phelps can re-peek back into middle. At a minute 20, they'll know that their wall of utility will have been let up. And now they've got to try and fan some more distance back in the direction. And now Ninjas with a nice headshot, and that's going to be Henny gone. Trying to get these spams right through. Cloaks right behind this smoke. It's going to fade any second, and Vinny is pushing right out. This is going to be quite a situation to be seen, but Cloaks maybe just getting an advantageous fight from this low below, but we'll see if he's actually allowed to escape, get all the way out, and this timing is not. Cloaks now has to be set up to fight, and Vinny knows exactly where he is. The shadow advantage lands the first headshot. Cloaks making something of it, a 2v2, and he needed that one, all down to Detroit J. Flashes right out, and swapping to that AK just jump spotting, trying to make it happen. No way. Absolutely knowing that he's closing in on you, and you get that kill. Detroit J 1v1, and Imperial convert another close engagement. Their bank accounts won't be thanking them, but the future Imperial will. That was an important one right there. And they have the ball rolling. What a way to set up the early round. The early smokes straight up locking GALORYS out the door. Flashes right through, and GALORYS can try and get this new start. But essentially, Imperial give them the same hand. We're halfway into this thing, and round number 7 needs to show up right now. Holding the line with the AWP. Now just trying to get surgical in the middle. Holding the line with these. They will try to get going. Smoke's right out and flowing. But there is Hap with a nice opener for GALORYS at 1:20. And they will just not overcomplicate things. Decency. A name we have not said a lot yet. Has been quietly successful though. And Hoax will load up. Try and get this thing going. Officially here in middle with the 55 seconds left on it. They got this kill, and for the last 30, they have drowned quietly, waiting for Imperial to step up. Soon to be some business down below. We'll see if No Way ends up biting on this one, but we have to come off the back of some utility. Vinny, the only man, the only line of defense here. Through this Bravo base, Decency patched up into mid. Rap is covered, but here it comes, the actual exec. And now look at Imperial. They may not even go for this. You see, they are steady in their pace. Vinny now hears them storming. He will call the troops back. As 10 seconds, they actually might have an opportunity. Hoax right around the corner from a similarly armed Vinny. The SMG's afoot. Let's see if they can clash. Now Vinny will have to go big. No kits on the back of Imperial, so down a man. This is going to be extremely challenging. Now we'll try to go for it. Hoax converts that frag, but now Ninjas fighting back in an awkward position, but 3 kills for Imperial. No kits needed maybe. They sniff out Cloaks as well. Right now it's all onto the previous clutcher. All onto Detroit J, and they find him, but I don't know if they're going to have enough time. GALORYS. They out-survive them. And Imperial, they are going to fall. Staying alive at least with some guns. Yeah, this game is going to be covered on HLTV. That's where the link is posted. This would be a Lexicron HUD. It's a timeout called for GALORYS to finally try and adjust after that one. It was quite expensive the way they left it. You got to really understand that. Ooh, and FaZe qualify for the major. FaZe up, everybody. Love to see it. So what? I believe they're the 4th team to make it all the way through. That's very, very nice. We'll check on some of those other matchups. But very nice things. And we get back into it on Anubis. Let's see if Imperial can come roaring back. With this bit of a force buy they have, Vinny with his signature UMP will get armed with it. And the GALORYS try and line up a nade. This could go right onto the head of No Way, and he ducks right under him. Maybe they did not quite make the line. They're going to pull Decency right over to the site. They have a bit of a split cooked up, and this has been awfully quiet. I don't know if GALORYS has struck this fast. Right now, they will try and do the dash into the site. Hoax, he's got a man right behind this pillar, gets that kill, and now a 2K entry for the man. One off of the bullets, one off of the fire. They are in. This bomb will be planted. GALORYS will just tap right into it. This time, 2 kits. But we'll see if they have the wits about them. Auto director giving us angles from the other bomb site and a retake on this one. Love to see it. Flashes right over. Vinny, can he get up close and personal? The SMG would be the best weaponry for this, but he's got a man behind him. And Hap finds that timing through the smoke. But Henny finds that also. My word, what is happening? Right, they are split. 2 kits up. Hap finds it through the smoke. The fades and Decency. Can he spin around for 2? There's just not enough time. And Imperial close another. Nobody attempts the bomb. It's just too intense. And will that keep costing them? We will find out. Carry it forward. 3 rounds in the last 4. GALORYS up now. See if they can keep it continued. USPs now found finally. And lately, ladies and gentlemen, they have been bringing out the tasers. And somebody pointed out something on Twitter earlier today that they have taken away the, well, for good. It sounds taken away, right? It's bad. Especially in Counter-Strike. You cannot Zeus someone for 80 anymore. Which is, in my opinion, I don't know who finally listened, but we love to hear that. That is great news. It's wonderful, wonderful news. Right here, getting this kill through. It's going to be Detroit J. Moving on. Just this 3v4. Finally lasting it out. Mac 10 in the hands. Oh no, and that nade is perfectly placed. So much damage and so much blood to be spilled in these positions. Mac 10 could even be perfect in transition. You catch him on the run, but Phelps, a nice shot back, and Imperial pull into a 3v3, and we'll see if they attempt it. They certainly will. Now they gotta try and lock in. Smoke right onto main. They will try and get it going now. GALORYS gotta lock in for another, and they just sneak across the line. Let's see if they bring it in time. Hap converts a nice shot through. That's a good kill. Now it's 1v3 all on Phelps, and that is a lot of financial damage that GALORYS has done. Imperial attempting it late fully for that defuse. They do not find it. And now GALORYS have essentially rewinded. They have gotten all the way back to a 1-score game. And this has been, although very, very impressive. Gotta try and lock in for this one now. Smokes. Gotta get going here in the early round, excuse me. Every time I cast Imperial, it's always Henny with this beautiful dragon lore that he's had throughout the years. These guys, no stranger to competition. They've been here for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody on GALORYS with the new AK. Love to check out the drips sometimes, but also gotta check out the engagements. And Vinny, I don't know how he doesn't complete that. Detroit with a huge kill, and now Decency other side. Molly gets placed down, and Ninjas has got to hold the line for it. Hap can try and move up, but essentially Imperial's got to be moved on this. Now jumping right down. Back to Canals. Phelps up top, sprayed down by Hap. A 3v3 found in decency. He can't find the answer. Hap make it all the way through, but does not. Stops up just near the end, and in round 10, they bring it to 40 before they finally decide what their choice is going to be. Decency with the very nice timing, but he could get caught. Here's the nades, and he may be just calling the A play, but now he catches Ninjas outside, and they got to pull back to the Bravo base because here they come. Got to get in with inside the base and just get that plant. And GALORYS are about to bring this to a tie game, as unfortunately I have caster cursed them in the moment. 6-4 for Imperial. Here. Can I make a pool mid-game? Create a new pool. Who will win? Maybe I should have did this before the game. There y'all go. Cool. Get your votes in. Bet your channel points. I think that is what you can do. Very cool. Though, right now, you may be making some extra money with Imperial, because right now they are up by 2, and unfortunately, GALORYS are knocking at the door. They're trying to get back into the 6-6 half. Planting this bomb through, and now it will come. Hap with a good kill back, and Imperial, they're out by 2 men. Double smokes up and locked completely out. Henny on the other side. There is just no chance. No will. Unfortunately, no opportunity. Is completely locked out of this one. Imperial, they got to come back. And thank you all so much for tuning in so far. It's been a great stream. Here on the Get the Bag Mark channel, we try to bring the highest professional quality of broadcast that we can to the RMRs, regional qualifiers, and ECL matches, even the latest IEM Dallas tournament we watched yesterday, and I believe there's another South American qualifier in a couple days, so likely to cover some of that. There is to be the ESL Challenger Melbourne qualifier going on later this afternoon. We may hop into some of those North American games. Yeah, so there is going to be another best of one right after this that's going to be happening with Imperial and GALORYS. The veto might for that already be out. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the recipe this season with these games. It's going to be Mirage on map number 2. Surprise, surprise for Imperial fans. Essentially, it seems like Imperial won the pool, guys. Big surprises as GALORYS looks to prove you guys wrong. No faith. No faith. Essentially, ESL Challenger is using the double best to one system as the way I believe Pro League and MDL, whatever you want to call it, used to work. Premier. And there is a delay on the stream, ladies and gentlemen, if it seems like I'm not getting right back to you. There is these answers that we do have as GALORYS is bringing us more. Henny can just try and stand up to this just for the moment. Imperial trying to get right back into things. But they are essentially just shut out on their own bomb site. Even GALORYS taking a little bit of time. They are lurking right through each bomb site. Make up your mind. They're just controlling the whole map. Maybe there's not something so wrong about that, but now they can sniff out Henny. They know exactly where he is, and a man coming right behind you to put you down. Ninjas